Imagine waking up, checking your phone in the dark, and seeing a string of massive bank charges you didn't make. Your stomach drops. Your digital identity has been compromised. We are trained to spot the signs of financial fraud immediately, but the warning signs are much harder to see when someone is attempting to psychologically hack your entire life. This image outlines the covert narcissist psychology. On the right, the collapsed false self lacks the skills for validation. The metamorphosis solution at the bottom shows their only survival path, deleting their failing personality to shapeshift into an envied, successful person. This sudden, intense rush of connection is a deliberate social engineering scheme. They are carefully probing your behaviors to find a way past your emotional firewall. This diagram illustrates how the process begins. Notice the small child figure on the left skipping the natural step of becoming an independent adult. Instead, they try to perfectly merge with you, the target, treating you like a flawless, all-powerful parent figure. But they aren't connecting with the real you. This chart contrasts the living person with the fixed internal picture they create. They capture a mental snapshot of you and interject. As the erasure box explains, the moment it's captured, the real you disappears. You only exist as that static image. You were downloaded as a static file, meant to run flawlessly on their broken internal operating system. Once that psychological malware is installed, the daily theft of your existence begins. Follow the blue data streams flowing from the left. They siphon off your ideas, life's work, money, and core identity into their own void. This knee-jerk mechanism operates with a total blind spot, draining your life without any moral hesitation. Focus on the bottom two quadrants. First, they paint you as a villain to make their theft feel like a righteous punishment. Then they claim your achievements were theirs all along, convincing themselves they are just reclaiming stolen goods. This Venn diagram shows a condition where internal fantasies and real life get completely tangled up. Notice the shattered red center. This is where they lose the ability to tell their own thoughts apart from what is actually happening in the world. This is not an accident, but a highly structured delusion. In their mind, stealing your entire life feels like absolute cosmic justice. But eventually, you will act like a real human being. You will show a flaw, set a boundary, or simply change your mind. This chart shows the result. When you act naturally, it contradicts their perfect mental snapshot. See the red cracks around the edges? To the abuser, your independence causes a literal psychological injury and deep anxiety. This diagram illustrates their reaction. To stop their internal panic, they execute the brutal break. The interlocking rings of your relationship violently shatter as they paint you as entirely evil to force a separation. That brutal discard isn't a reflection of your worth. It is a system crash caused by trying to run a living human as static code. When the relationship implodes, the hack is still active. Your first step is real-world crisis management. Lock down your digital footprint immediately. Change all passwords across every platform and activate two-factor authentication. Next, establish a daily monitoring routine. Check your bank accounts and credit reports every single day to catch any ongoing financial siphoning. These hard, practical boundaries act as an updated firewall, completely blocking their manipulative tactics and cutting off their access. Locking down your practical assets stops the bleeding. It gives you the quiet space you need to start your internal system restore. The hardest part of the recovery is emotional. Your self-worth has been siphoned away, and it requires daily, conscious effort to build it back. Use daily positive affirmations to counteract their conditioning. Reclaim your achievements as your own, and remind yourself that you are a complex, living person. If they attempt to reinitiate contact, recognize the gaslighting for what it is. Treat those messages as predictable spam, entirely disconnected from the truth. This final diagram shows the complete architecture of their psychotic delusion. By recognizing this mechanical loop for what it is, you take back your power. You survived the hack, you upgraded your defenses, and your dynamic identity is fully yours to keep.